the problem says you're deciding to begin selling ice cream cones at a fair. The cost for each ice cream cone is 44 cents, plus you have to pay a fixed weekly fee of $2.40 for the booth. Okay? And you plan to sell the ice cream cones for $2.51. Okay, so the first one is to write a function for the cost. So the cost is going to be your fixed cost of $2.40 plus the amount that it costs you per ice cream, which is 44 cents, times n. Again, we're looking at our variable here is the number of ice cream cones. So this would be your fixed or your cost calculation. Okay, so your revenue is going to be the amount of money that you bring in is going to be $2.51 per ice cream cone, so $2.51n. Okay, which means if you want to find what the total profit's going to be, the profit is going to be your revenue, 2.51n, minus your cost, 240 plus 0.44n. And so if we combine those into one equation, distribute our negative, so 251n minus 240 minus 44n, that gives you $2.07 per n minus 240, and that would be your total profit. Right? It's your revenue minus the costs. Okay, so if you wanted to find the cost for 340 of them, you would come up to this formula, 240 plus 0.44 times 340. Again, you can enter calculations into your answer field. So I could enter this as my solution. Right? If I wanted to solve for this, I could also manually calculate. Okay, so I get 389.60. Okay, and if I was looking for the ordered pair would be 340 for my inputs, corresponds to an output of 389.60. Okay, so my cost for selling 340 ice cream cones is going to be this amount. Okay, and then you would continue to answer the different questions that. Okay, so I'll kind of go back and forth here, but the total revenue is going to be taking this equation, 2.51 times the 340. Again, if I calculate that, I get 853.4. So your answer as an ordered pair would be 340 as my input yields an output of 853.4. And so my revenue from this is going to be 853. So again, just interpreting that information. So then my total profit for the week is going to be, again, you can do it a couple different ways. But if you take this equation, 2.07 times 340 minus 240. Okay, I can do my calculation here. So I get 463.80. Okay, and as an ordered pair, again, it would be 340 and then my output. And so the profit is that amount. Again, just interpreting the data, the information properly. Okay, you could have also, for this, we could have also taken our total revenues, 853.40, and subtracted our total cost, which was 389.60. And if I took that calculated value here, it should confirm the same profit. So 853.4 minus 389.6 gives me the same thing, 463.8. So you could do it either way. Okay, and then on this one, as far as how many ice cream cones must you sell in order to make a positive profit, Okay, the way that you can solve for that, again, would be to set the revenue equal to the cost. Okay, so if I find if I take these two equations right here, okay, and I find find the solution to those, okay, I'll get my answer for that. So again, if I solve it, just to reiterate the system version of this, if I set y equal to 240 plus 0.44x, again, I'll use x's and y's here, and set that equal to 2.51, y equals 2.51x. I get my x value here at 115. So if I add 1 to this, I'll start to turn a profit. The 115.9 is the one that it would be break even. So on 116, now I'm going to have a profit. And again, that means that in order to cover my costs and get at least a positive profit, I need to sell a total of 116.